trophies are sacred. From spittoons to axes, symbols of animosity and history between two programs. And today, one of the more obscure trophies at stake for the hotly contested Illinois.
Relax, man. I ain't trying to get 15 anything over here with all that stuff.
And the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You don't see me.
Restate the state ball again. Jesse
we can see how it works.
Straight up, that's what I'm saying. He is concerned going to an environment like this. One of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I was looking at that, man. How the service kicked y'all out.
The Fighting Illini offense takes the field and they'll have the ball first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Out of the gun to give to the back.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
He unleashed that one, some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run play action. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Illinois putting together a really nice drive. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have with these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He is lucky to get that. And the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking down the middle. Makes the catch. It's Clement. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The run inside. It's Valentine. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They go right back to it. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense. 1st and 10 from the 33. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Red pass, it's complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Running inside, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Wild27Szn1OhioSt to throw. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That holding call pushes them back. Now they face a 2nd and 20 here. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Szn1OhioSt. Here's a heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Sends it back in motion. Szn1OhioSt from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. A low line drive and short kick. Wants to bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. He's got him in the flat. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Wants to return it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play. Thing picked up and go.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Zayn. Time to take a shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31. Now the Illini calling a timeout there first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Completion to the right. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Here's Zayn to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he's all bottled up, and now the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Hauser. Oh, they're after him. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And here's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Valentine. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll run this play from the pistol. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
To throw, it's Hauser. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Right back to the well. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
It's complete. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. And the Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Making side adjustments here. Say it. Going right back to Smith. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a 1st down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Open on the right side, that's Smith. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And offensively, man, they just keep finding him time and time again, and he's making plays. And if I'm the defense, I got to do something different. Like, I got to put a safety over the top. I got to double cover him. I got to do something.
Makes a grab and room to run. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Cross. And he's in! Touchdown, Ohio State!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Coming out with it, it's Valentine. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Handoff to the single back. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes as the penalty will back them up. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Got out of trouble and throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Hauser. On the move and looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and not his best work. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The offense changing the play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cross. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. This rivalry more than a century old, with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. And Illinois now, David, they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some momentum on their side. Try to change this rivalry. And listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak, we got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter. Let's dominate today.
Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Throwing, say it. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down, say it. Firing to the right, complete. And that won't quite be enough for the 1st down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Saying to throw for it on 4th. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. The run inside. It's Valentine. Might have a chance. Just searching and working for the running move as he gets it out to the 26. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Timeout taken here by the Illini, and that is their 3rd. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hauser. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front four to get the job done on third down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's the Nittany Lions looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the ACC. Now back over to your game in Columbus.
Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with Ohio State's head coach coming out of the locker room. He wants an even greater sense of urgency from his team. It's the Big Ten Conference season opener, and even though they had a good first half, more urgency, more execution here to start the third quarter is the team's focus coming out of the locker room.
Thanks, Holly. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illabuck, guys, is a giant wooden turtle.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, David, but that is pretty cool history, Reese.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look. So there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They run the reverse. And the defense drags him down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Trying to convert, Illinois comes to the line. Trying to keep the drive alive. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
He's in open space downfield. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn.
Snagged it, and there's running room. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Play fake, say it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Fires downfield. He's got him wide open. A huge play there, and he has him set up and in business at the 30. And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jackson.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about it.
The give to the back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? Here's Julian saying to throw. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 where it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Run in the red zone, it's Jackson. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Buckeyes starting to pull away from this one, and Illinois is in trouble.
First of all, we all know Ohio State's the more talented team. Every time they play, Illinois knows that going into. They need things to go right. Not everything going right in this rivalry game. The wheels are starting to come off, Palmer.
Yeah, you're right, David. In this game, this is really Illinois' national championship. Ohio State's expected to win, but you're never sure what their headspace is going to be coming into it. They came in here locked and loaded and focused, and they're showing it here in the 2nd half.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into fourth down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away.
North Shore, see you back there, baby. You go North Shore, see what you got.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver comes in motion. Say it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Under fire. They've got him. Great pressure on this defense. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Finally, the offense is able to come up with a big play. Where's that been all game long? I mean, a goose egg right now on the scoreboard. You just got to wonder, though, is it just too little too late?
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Running inside, it's Jackson. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Here's Sayin to throw. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
3rd and short, a lot of times you're thinking...
Low. Servers keep knocking me into off.
They play zone, they sit back a little bit, they try to run the slow developing screen, but the defense says you get none of this. Nice job, good eyes, good discipline, nice tackling to get the 3rd down stop.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. With the catch, it's Clement. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Illinois lining up quickly.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
He lost one down the sideline. He's touchdown Illini. Once he got some room, it was over. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field, throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. Saw a great example of it right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hold it, finds his man on the left. There he goes! And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got maybe some room here. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Buckeye! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. Wants to throw. It's Hauser. Under fire. Turns it loose deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Rodgers. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible. The defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Illinois offense returns to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Here's the pressure. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After getting pushed back on the holding call, here comes 2nd and long. To the air, it's Hauser. Quickly to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Lets it fly. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. And down he goes. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Stands in and takes the hit. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. Makes a move. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. Hardly unusual. It is a trophy that many aren't even aware exists, but Ohio State will once again take home the 2nd oldest trophy in the Big Ten, the Illinois. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
A hard-earned dub right there, boy. I don't know if he's going. Let's see. I like this dude with it. Oh, we got that. Okay. This is. I'm about to look at this airways video, so yeah,